Kemar Taxi Laurent, the Jamaican superstar, left back. He have over 50 cap for the Reggae Boyz. He moved from Angalet to Toronto FC. Is this a good move, Reggae Boyz fans? How are you guys feeling about this? Kemar Laurent, one of the top left back in CONCACAF, one of the top left back couple years ago in the MLS. Can he retain that form in the MLS for Toronto FC? I have a special guest on the channel. He support the Toronto FC MLS side. He's going to give us a little bit more breakdown on this transfer. Welcome to Toronto FC, Kemar Taxi Lawrence. You get a very good player. How are you doing today?
Hey Ryan, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm not doing too bad, I'm not doing too bad. I'm excited for this transfer news. A lot of Jamaican people going to say, listen, Ryan, why moving from Europe coming back to the MLS? Guys, it has been a very tough time for Kemar Taxilarens in Belgium, and he want to play football. He want to be more close to his family. He want to be in this Jamaican national team. The Gold Cup coming up, the World Cup qualifier coming up. Jamaica have 2 games against Serbia and Japan. Friendly game next month. And he want to be in the squad. So I know a lot of people not going to be happy, but I'm happy for the man. He's closer to his family. He want to come back closer to his family. And that's really matter for Kemar Taxi Lawrence making this news, this transfer back in the MLS. Over to you, my brother.
Yeah, no. Kemar coming to Toronto FC, that is just so huge for us. And I know you were saying that you're concerned about, and people in Jamaica obviously are concerned about a guy going from Belgium in Europe and then coming back to MLS. But the thing about Toronto FC is that we have a history of taking players who were pretty solid in Belgium and then turning them into true proper superstars in MLS. Like look at Alejandro Pozuelo, look at Victor Vasquez. Those were guys who they were pretty well known in Belgium, and then they came here and we made them, I guess, true superstars in MLS. And they were guys who really came into their own in MLS and really found another level of play for them in MLS. And Kemar Lawrence is a bit different because, yes, he's already played in MLS. He had 5 years with the New York Red Bulls, but those 5 years at the New York Red Bulls, especially near the end there when Chris Armas became the coach and Ali Curtis was the GM of the Red Bulls at that time too. Those are both guys who know the player and got the best out of him. And now he's coming back to Toronto, coming back to MLS from a time in Belgium where I know he had some injury trouble. I know he didn't play as much as he probably would have liked to. And now he's coming back to a coach and a manager that he knows who have already gotten the best out of him, who already put him on his season where he won the Supporters Shield and was named to the MLS Best 11. And he's coming back to them. And I think for his form, at least, this is going to be the best situation ever because he's our number one left back. He's probably one of our best players in general. So just really excited to see him come back to MLS, see him come to Toronto. And I think for both the team and the player, this is about as good of a deal as you can get.
Reggae Boyz fans, I hope you trust Ryan LFC enough. When I come and make bold statement 4 days ago, a lot of people were saying, where you getting this news from? I'm telling you, my source is reliable. Don't play around with Ryan LFC. But Reggae Boyz fans, I know a lot of you guys not going to be happy with Kemar Taxi Lions, but it's up to Kemar Taxi Lions to get back and farm. Know him have the ability, know him have everything to be one of the best left back in the MLS. But tell us some good player playing for the Toronto FC at this moment.
Just in general, well, I mean, Toronto FC, Lawrence is coming into a squad where already he's coming into a back four that was weak to start with. I mean, we had Chris Mavinga, who's one of the most underrated center backs in MLS, probably the most underrated center back in MLS, who's a complete star in the back four, he's going to be playing right next to probably in the left back position. And then also on the right side, we have Richie Larea, who, if anyone has watched any Canadian national team games or MLS knows, is a fantastic right back player who's good at pushing forward. And I think watching how Toronto FC plays Richie Larea is crucial to seeing how we'll deploy Lawrence, because I think that there are two players who can play a quite similar style of game. They're two players who are fullback slash wingback players who are both well known for pushing forward and running the play out wide on the wing. And I think just the fact that you see the success that Richie Larea has had with Toronto FC, and that should transfer over to Taxi as he kind of slots into a similar sort of role on the left side, hopefully. And then also add to the fact that we just have gotten Southern American Jefferson Soteldo on a designated player contract. He's going to be playing on the left wing, likely in front of Kemar. We have Pozuelo in the middle, MLS MVP. No kind of discussion needed on him. And then we also have just some nice young talented players coming up the ranks too that are going to see Kemar as kind of a mentor figure, especially given the fact that he is 60 caps in CONCACAF. I feel like having him around is going to be useful for all the young Canadian guys coming up. But in terms of talent around him, there are guys who can definitely help Kemar Lawrence thrive in TFC. I think just the back four, especially playing right next to Mavinga, that's a very, very solid piece right in the back line who's going to kind of give Kemar a little bit of freedom to play. And then he has creative players in front of him that he can kind of, do whatever he wants to with. There's really, as far as Major League Soccer goes, there's no lack of talent in this Toronto FC lineup around him. He's not like he's coming to a team where the level of talent is going to be below him or anything. I think this is a team that Kemar is going to fit very well into, and I think he's going to have a very good season, potentially another MLS Best 11 season coming into this lineup.
Definitely. And Kemar, I'm super excited for him. And he need to play football. He need to get fit. He need to play. So you think Toronto FC can challenge for the MLS this season?
Yeah, with Kemar Lawrence and with Jefferson Soteldo, who we just got, this is a team that now has, well, two really solid creative attacking designated players. We got, if Josie Altidore can get healthy on striker, he is always a threat. Ayo Akinola is a threat going forward. The biggest question mark for us was our back line, especially on left back. We didn't have a true proper starting left back to start the season. And now Kemar Lawrence comes in and we have one of the best starting left backs in CONCACAF. And that right there is just such a huge boost to this team that really gives them just an edge to push them over the top. And really, like, at least the semifinals, honestly, is how far I think this team can go, at least.
Well, let's hope you guys can make it to the final, or you guys can go to the final, But I think Toronto is not a bad team. Hopefully, I can go and watch a few games with the Toronto FC team, and especially Canada. What do you think about the Canadian national team?
With the Canadian national team, they have some big games coming up in June. We have the World Cup qualifiers, second half of the first round, where we have games against Aruba and Suriname. That game against Suriname is probably going to determine who goes on to the second round. And then in the second round, to get into the octagonal, our most likely opponent is Haiti, who, if you remember, in 2019 in the Gold Cup, we had a 2-0 lead going into halftime and we blew it and lost in the quarterfinals. So a couple of important games coming up, but in terms of this Canada squad right now, we have Jonathan Davids playing very well in Lille. Kyle Larin is the second highest goal scorer in the Turkish league for Besiktas. Alphonso Davies is just a world-class player for Bayern Munich. This is the strongest Canadian national team we've ever had. So they should be able to challenge to make the World Cup. If they don't, that's just a complete failure on every level. This should be a team that should easily walk through to the octagonal, at least, and then really put in a challenge in the octagonal, have some good games against Jamaica, some good games against Costa Rica, some good games against the United States, and they can challenge to make the World Cup.
Well, Jamaica have a quality team. One of Jamaica's best team this coming to this Gold Cup and this World Cup qualify. Let's hope Canada and Jamaica can do well, especially, couple more good player coming from UK to play for the Jamaican national team. That's going to give the Reggae Boys a lot of strength. But I wish Toronto FC all the best, and I wish the Canadian team all the best. When is the Canadian game? Canada versus Suriname. Next month.
Can't I believe Canada versus Suriname is either June 8th or June 9th. So that's the big one.
Okay, okay. Hopefully I can do a watch along on that. So
Yeah,
yeah, whenever you want to come on, just let me know. So yeah,
for
it's a
sure.
good time right now. So Reggae Boys fans, let me know your thought on Kemar Taxi Lawrence Animwe sign for the FC. You need game time and I'm able to play for the Reggae Boys. Until next time, guys. From my boy Ryan LFC, I like to say peace out. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the video. And tell the people where they can find you on Instagram and tell the people them about your channel.
Yeah, if you want to see more stuff about Toronto FC, more Toronto FC analysis, more Canadian national team analysis, follow me on YouTube, Toronto Sports Guy, like in my little bio. I'll comment down below my channel link. And on Twitter, I'm at Stavros_Greer, username Toronto Sports Guy. So if you want to hear more about how Kemar Taxi Lawrence does at Toronto FC, follow me and I'll definitely be talking about it.
Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, for my boy Ryan LFC, I like to say peace out. Thanks for watching.